Hello friends, Jason here for TheChartGuys, taking a look at the 5G sector. This might be the last week we cover 5G publicly, so if you are interested and you're following along, please consider checking out chartguys.com. I'll continue coverage in our cool 5G channel there. Overall, pretty bullish day on the 5G ETF, 5G. And what we're expecting now is going to be a turn to follow this weekly trend where we have been oscillating between these highs and lows. This is a new high, so now we expect to see a new high or low over 24.16. So for that reason, our short-term bearish bias is going to come into play as we want to see this trend continue and see the daily trend react from this new high of 25.85 and start changing to the downside, trying to find something over 24.16 to lock in that weekly high or low. So for that reason, we are going to look to 25.60 as a break of support. This was yesterday's high of day, and we do have a base of support established in this area, 25.58, 25.60, and yesterday's high of day was, let's get that marker out of the way, 25.62. So you can see how this base of support is coming into play. If this holds and we see consistent support and bullish strength, we will look for a new high over 25.85. If we lose that, then we're going to look for that daily downtrend to start coming into play. But overall, strong so far on 5G. No red flags except for being extended. We're getting close to overextended on the daily time frame. 4-hour time frame is at 73, and we're just dipping into plus 70 RSI on the hourly time frame. The hourly time frame is actually looking pretty good so far. We need to establish a higher low, and this is why I'm looking for the 25.60 to break. If we come up, reject from 25.85, and then come down, having confirmed this 25.69 as a higher low on the hourly, that will be an hourly change of trend. Lose our 25.60, and that just plays out pretty perfectly. So I'm going to be waiting for that and taking advantage of any bull moves that we happen to see as we wait for that to develop. AVGO on the daily time frame chopping around a little bit. We saw a big run up, we saw earnings dump, bounce, and now we're seeing some volatility as the new price tries to establish its mean. It's possible we just resume this daily trend that we have been seeing, but it's a little bit choppy right now and hard to get a good read on what's going on. Profit taking on this big upper wick because we were overbought on today's price action, so we have to take a look at what's going on in the intraday for more information. Right now, daily higher low is 310.43. If we zoom into the hourly time frame, we can see that we got a little bit extended here, just almost reaching oversold or overbought conditions, trying to establish that hourly higher low. It's possible we're doing it right here, but we need to wait to see how this trend develops tomorrow. And this is why I don't like this daily candlestick. Big run up, big sell off, no real supports established yet. And if we go to the 15-minute time frame, we can see that we didn't really have anything useful for us in the way of good solid patterns. We had nice inside bars, we had a bear break, no follow through, and we saw that reversal. Nice indecision candlestick capping off the day, and now we're seeing a downtrend with no hesitation or no slowdown in sight, bears in control. So AVGO would be a hands-off trade for me, watching for that to develop into tomorrow. MRVL on the daily time frame, another little bit of an indecision candlestick. So this big ugly doji following 2 strong days, showing that consolidation, a tightening range. So paying attention to the inside bar today. 25.75 is going to be a key level for us, and to the bull side, 26.24. If we go to the hourly time frame, we can see that tightening range playing up here. Big volatility early on, and then just petering out as the day went on, not giving us a lot of insight for direction. So that is why we're going to rely on these 2 inside bar levels to dictate our strength going into tomorrow. If we break 25.75, we'll jump to the hourly time frame to find support. And I would primarily be looking for support at 25.59 below that. Over here, this double bottom at 25.43. If we break to the upside, we would have Friday's high day for a possible resistance. And beyond that, we would look to our daily time frame. Way up here, 26.85, 26.88. SWKS. This is why, in a lot of ways, we're seeing this new high on the 5G ETF. SWKS is a big holding in that ETF, and we're seeing big green days, indecision candlestick, and this is a reversal candlestick, overbought on the daily time frame quite heavily, and on the weekly time frame, also overbought, having followed through on this bull flag. So now we're going to look for a weekly higher low over top of our most recent low, which is 95.30. Quite a ways to go here, and a lot of consolidation due on SWKS on the daily time frame. We have not established a daily level that we can utilize since 101.57. We moved pretty quickly. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see we're still in this uptrend, and on the hourly, we are still in an hourly uptrend as well. So no red flags yet, but for the same reasons we looked at the 5G ETF itself, we are expecting some pullback and some consolidation, and the daily consolidation was likely to be set in when we start to lose this hourly trend. INSG starting to see exactly what we expect to see for SWKS and the 5G sector itself. A new high, and now bear volume starting to pile in. We have lost daily levels. We have lost daily support. Our next support is at $6.33. What we can expect would be a little bit of a bounce into tomorrow. It's already started, it looks like, in today's candlestick. And then we're going to see if we lose $6.33. On the weekly time frame, that would be that weekly higher low. Let's see if we can get that level. Not even a low, because that's just a daily support level. But if we lose 630, then we don't have support on IVGO to all the way down here in this big adventure we had with the 450 range. I don't think we're likely to do that in short order. At least we need to see what sort of strength the bears have on this daily attack, and can we stay over $6.33. On the hourly time frame, we see that we are in a nice, almost extended bear flag tightening range here. This is pretty much what we would want to see if we are bearish. And then ultimately what we're going to look for is a loss of some key levels. Probably 652 is going to be an important one, and I'm looking at that because that is an important 15-minute higher low. And I'm also going to be watching 664. If we lose those two levels, I would consider this bear flag to be in execution, looking for further pullback on the daily time frame. ADI, here's a nice one. This one looks a little bit stronger, and it's somewhat similar to the 5G in the sense that we have this big pull up and we have this area of support. So on ADI, we have a high of day from September 12th. That's today's low of day, and we can see that on the 12th, let's rephrase, September 12th, yes, and December 12th, both flirted with the 118.46 area, and today's low of day bounced off of that almost to the penny. What is our low? 118.49, so 3 cents away. An important zone of support. If we lose that, then we're going to look for that daily consolidation, because we have not set a daily higher low since 114.03. If we hold that level and it acts as consistent support, it's possible we'll see some further consolidation here on the 4-hour time frame, allowing us to set up a new 4-hour higher low at 118.46. We've been pretty consistent with these 4-hour higher lows so far, and bulls are still in charge of that time frame. On the hourly, we can see how that is also our hourly higher low. Bulls need to move to the upside right now to lock that in. If they fail to get a new higher high over top of 120.50, it's going to give us a potential for this nice head and shoulders pattern, which of course is going to be a little bit of a bearish indicator leading to the loss of 118.46 and then that daily downside. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.